12 at 10 starts now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 10. I'm Griffin Stroyan. One local community has recently received the Telecommuter Forward Community Certification, which means the town supports and commits to promote the availability of telecommuting options. Newswatch 12's Kyle Bzorski shows us how Three Lakes community members are working to bring internet access to all residents.
We've been working overtime.
The town of Three Lakes recently received the Telecommuter Forward Community Certification.
My odds are that it's going to help with economic development in an area, and it's going to help with keeping the businesses moving, and it's going to help the consumer, part-time homeowners, full-time homeowners, and hopefully the parents and the schools.
Three Lakes will be the first town within Oneida County to receive the certification, proving how leadership within Three Lakes has been trailblazing.
We're trying to encourage more people to stay here longer, visitors to come and stay longer, and of course help all the local people. We were one of the first communities to really push to try to get smaller broadband providers here.
Town leadership has faced challenges in the fight for better access. However, Sorgo says there is still plenty of work to be done.
We have a long road still to go, but we have committee members through Three Lakes, committee members through the local community, and people looking at it with us. And we're very proud that our town board is supporting us on making sure that we can have better access.
She says the goal is access for all area residents, not necessarily fast speeds.
A lot of the challenges that we have are making sure that our students and our visitors can get broadband access so they can work at home if they need to.
Reporting in Three Lakes, Kyle Pazorski, Newswatch 12.
Well, Jeff, I'm thinking if someone has a fireplace tonight, you'd probably want to use it tonight.
Yeah, and the light snow and flurries are out of here now. We have clearing skies out there tonight, but it's going to be cold with low temperatures down below zero. Here in Minocqua, there's still some roads that are covered with snow. About a half-inch of snow fell earlier, but again, this is leaving us as we speak. There it goes. See you later. Behind it, though, that is a cold front right there, and over here is much colder air moving in our direction. So here we go out there now. You see temperatures hanging out below zero, like almost 30 below zero across North Dakota right now. We're not going to do that, but we'll have lows tonight down near 3 below, and tomorrow only high temperatures most likely under 10. It will stay that way also for Sunday. All right, so out there currently we're hanging out near 12 in Eagle River, 20 for Leona. So there's the front right through there. There's the cold air going this way. So we are about to get pretty chilly around here. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, a couple of flurries left over. Otherwise, just cold with low temperatures down near 3 below. Your full forecast is coming up. Griffin.
Thanks, Jeff. A gunman fired a single shot inside the Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota early this evening, injuring 2 people. Police say 2 men were fighting on the 3rd floor when one man opened fire, shooting the other man in the leg and wounding a bystander nearby. One man was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The bystander was treated and released. Shoppers inside the mall said there was a panicked stampede at the time of the shooting as some people ran down the up escalator to get out. The entire mall was locked down for about 45 minutes. But the lockdown was then lifted because police determined the suspect was no longer in the mall. No arrests have been made. The countdown is on to New Year's Eve celebrations, but this year some people say they will be staying in after a rise in COVID cases. Just minutes after opening for the day, this Total Wine in Milwaukee was packed with people grabbing spirits to ring in 2022. But COVID and the new Omicron variant have some people in the Milwaukee area not going out for the new year and instead say they are staying in.
I'm not doing as much as I thought I might tonight. Probably stay in, maybe go out for a drink with some friends, but mostly just going to stay in. Whereas if the situation wasn't as it is with the new variant, I think that probably spend the night out.
And you too, Crystal. The latest numbers from Wednesday show Wisconsin is averaging about 4,200 new cases a day. That mark is the highest it has been all year. The FDA is planning to expand eligibility for the Pfizer COVID-19 booster shot. A person with knowledge of the plan tells NBC News that the agency will expand eligibility to children ages 12 to 15 in the coming days. The news of the pending approval was first reported in the New York Times. The news comes as the Omicron variant of the coronavirus continues to spread rapidly in the U.S., like we've been mentioning, accounting for about 58% of all new COVID cases for the week that ended Saturday, according to the CDC. Spring semester for most colleges and university gets underway in early January, but will it be in person or virtual? That seems to be depending on the school. More and more schools are announcing a move to virtual learning, some announcing that change today. The University of Connecticut announced today they are moving to online learning for at least the first 2 weeks and delaying move-in by 2 weeks as well. No decision has been made on requiring boosters, though. And Penn State, though, they're going to start the spring semester in person. So it very much depends which school is doing which. Northwestern going to be online. It's all just flip-flopping in campus stuff will be, either on the go or grab. Policies on COVID boosters vary greatly from school to school as well. 2 people have died after a building explosion in Shawano County on Friday afternoon. NBC in Green Bay reports that the explosion happened at an auto repair shop in the town of Lesser. 2 other people are currently being treated at the hospital. Initial investigation into the explosion revealed that a pressurized container had been punctured, which caused the explosion. The investigation is still ongoing. 2021 was a record year for the Rhinelander Fire Department, but not necessarily in a good way. This year, the fire department had the most 911 calls ever. This was also true for the Merrill Fire Department. Deputy Chief says that this is all due to a few reasons.
We have an elderly population here that is getting older, that is requiring more medical care and transport. A lot of Medicare and Medicaid patients, that's a majority of our call volume.
80 to 90% of all the department calls are for medical assistance. He also says COVID-19 cases could be to blame for the high call volume. One thing that Plotz says that the department does is response time.
For the city of Rhinelander, our response times, we average 3 minutes. When someone picks up the phone, dials 911, we cover the city limits. We are there within 3 minutes.
In total, the fire department saw around 2,500 calls this year. That's up 400 from last year. Behind every book is an author who found inspiration to create a new idea. And a local middle schooler has just recently published her first book. Now, for the record, though, she has completed 3 books, and she's only 14. Newswatch 12's Andrew Kiekefer has the story about the storyteller.
My imagination has been running wild in my head, and I just wanted to get it out.
Greta Kurth has always had a creative mind, one that has inspired her since the first grade.
All of my book ideas come from a dream. This one, it's the first scene in the book that was where I got the whole idea from.
Some of her biggest fans are her family and Tomahawk Middle School.
I would really appreciate getting all the money for my books to buy myself a laptop so I don't have to always use the schools. They've been a huge support.
At the end of the spring term, students normally return their Chromebooks to the school. With no computer of her own, Greta would have needed to pause her writing.
The family had come to me and asked about her having a Chromebook for the summer so that she could finish her book.
School librarian and media specialist Paula Norman then requested for the school administration to provide Greta a laptop.
We had a very motivated student, and this is obviously an extension of learning and what's done in the classroom, so it didn't take much to persuade anyone to say, Greta, keep the Chromebook over the summer and keep writing.
Norman says she has not had any other student write like Greta.
To see an 8th grader have this gift, because it is truly a gift, I believe, and then to pursue it with it not being a school project, that's pretty hard to find these days, the motivation to complete a project like that when it doesn't count for a grade.
The story goes on. Divided is the first installment of a 3-part series.
I keep my voice low, trying to sound more like a guy. Ah, I see, she says. What's your name?
People can buy Greta's first book by contacting her mother on Facebook Heather Kurth.
My family was supposedly killed. I lived on the streets for a while until I found the flyer.
With more than 50 copies already sold, it's a strong start to Greta's career.
My main goal is to become a famous author, even get my books into movies.
Reporting from Tomahawk, Andrew Kiekefer, Newswatch 12.
Fires have been destroying the western part of the United States, especially in Colorado. Next, we'll head out west to Boulder and hear from the people most affected. We'll be right back.
It's the Winter Blitz sale at Stone Innovations, home of Wisconsin's largest granite and quartz selection. Get free design, a lifetime warranty, upgraded designer edging, and a free installed stainless steel sink. The Winter Blitz package, only at Stone Innovations.
See your local Northern Wisconsin and UP Ski-Doo dealers.
Hello, my name is Terry and I'm from Phillips. I used to go on vacations with my wife Gail, but I couldn't go much over 2 hours and I'd have to stop and walk because my lower back would hurt so bad. So after my final treatment at Spinal Aid, I am pain-free and can't imagine the pain and agony that I went through prior to going.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery, just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
It's the Winter Blitz sale at Stone Innovations, home of Wisconsin's largest granite and quartz selection. Get free design, a lifetime warranty, upgraded designer edging, and a free installed stainless steel sink. The Winter Blitz package, only at Stone Innovations.
An inch or less of snow today, but that was enough making it slippery across the area. Here we are in Minocqua right now, where the primary roads are just fine, but the secondary roads are still snow covered and likely stay that way for a while because we have some much colder air on the way. Here's the snow leaving our area currently, but there's still a couple of flurries left over in here. But overall, the bigger story now becomes the cold air invading us for really several days around here. So here's the big picture, and there's not a lot going on here to our area because the storm track has shifted to the south. It's going to bring places like Milwaukee and Chicago, places like Detroit, some snow tomorrow. For us, though, we're high and dry. It's cold around here, as that high pressure right there is a very cold high pressure, direct from the Arctic, really. It's going to keep us cold for a couple of days, followed by a storm track to our south will keep us dry. So we're in pretty good shape around here as we set the lakes and the trails across the area with the really cold temperatures. All right, so advisories are posted across southern Wisconsin for winter weather advisories there. That's for snow. We could see 3 to 5 inches of snow, places like Milwaukee, over toward Madison. But off to our west, that is a wind chill advisory. Those are rare, as you know, and we'll have that tomorrow across the western parts of the state. Likely wind chills near 45 degrees. Below zero tomorrow with really windy conditions there. For us, though, not so much wind tomorrow, so the wind chill will not be as cold, but it's still going to be cold. Highs today hanging out in the 20s earlier, but they pretty much fell through the afternoon, and now not so much. We're hanging out in the teens across much of the area now, and not going to stop there. Look at these temperatures. I mean, this is, this happens in late December and January, but it's still cold, and that's going to move in our direction for tomorrow with the coldest notice they are settling over us tomorrow night into Sunday, with high temperatures basically in the single digits. The average high is 24, the average low is 6, that record low is 27 below. We're not going to do that, but you get the idea. There's some cold air on the way. All right, so temperatures out there now. We're hanging out near 13 in Rhinelander, 12 Eagle River. Still some 20s across parts of central Wisconsin, but that front is going that way, so they are about to get cold as well. And then going forward, 9 tomorrow, 7 for Sunday, 18 Monday, woo! And then look what happens again, though. A cold front's going to come through after Tuesday and drop us right back down. So we are in a cold trend now with well below average temperatures into the second week of January. Our forecast ends tonight, though. Some light snow and flurries are ending out there now. The bigger story is going to be falling temperatures with a low down near 3 below. But if we get a little bit of clear skies, many of you could easily do 10 below tonight. For tomorrow, all right, so lots of clouds, maybe a flurry around, high temperatures near 9 or not so high temperatures with a north breeze around 10 to 15, giving you feel-like temperatures near 15 to 20 below tomorrow. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows really kind of cold weekend, right? Sunday high of 7, Monday better 18, Tuesday 27. Our next chance for meaningful snow, not until Wednesday. Griffin.
That is chilly. Thanks, Jeff. Fast-moving wildfires swept through Colorado Thursday. Hundreds of homes were destroyed by the flames. Authorities say that the late-season fires were extremely dangerous because of a perfect combination of intense winds and arid conditions. NBC's Dan Schneiman has the latest.
After fires swept through parts of Colorado, this is what's left.
In the blink of an eye, this was a disaster in fast motion.
Authorities still calculating the loss.
I would estimate it's going to be at least 500 homes. I would not be surprised if it's 1,000.
In just a matter of a few hours, the flames spread, feeding on dry brush and fueled by 100-mile-per-hour or more winds.
This is crazy news.
Those in the path of the blaze forced to flee.
It was pretty shocking. The winds were blowing embers all over the road.
Mark Smith was running errands with his family. They couldn't get home. They had no time to pack.
As we got closer to our street, the smoke was so thick that it was too much to try to drive through that. So we turned around, stayed safe, and left.
Entire neighborhoods reduced to ashes, forcing many families to welcome the new year without a home. Dan Scheneman, NBC News.
Some more sad news coming today from L.A. Actress Betty White passed away at the age of 99. Next, we'll take a look at her life and legendary career. That's right here on Newswatch 12.
The Northwoods can be a hotbed of severe weather. To stay up to the minute on when and where storms will hit, tune in to the weather team you can count on, Weather Watch 12. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller and meteorologists Devin Biggs and Andrew Keycaper break down severe weather live on WJFW, Facebook Live, and the WJFW Weather app, so you and your family can be prepared and safe from severe weather. Weather Watch 12, from where you live.
I was thinking maybe...
Your mom's car.
Merry Christmas, Adam.
Did you know you can start your 4-year degree locally and get the same college experience closer to home? From the moment you step onto our campus, we'll be there for you, supporting your dreams, saving you money, and giving you a well-rounded academic and social experience with student housing, clubs, sports, and leadership opportunities. With NTC's liberal arts transfer degree, you can start here and go anywhere, including guaranteed transfer to UW-Madison. North Central Technical College. Transferability made easy.
It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Your last chance to get the best deals of the year on Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling trucks for 44 years straight. Only a few more days to save on our full lineup of Ford SUVs. Hurry in. It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Now choose FlexBuy on a 2021 Ford F-150 and get 0% financing for 66 months plus $500 cash back.
Legendary actress Betty White has passed away at the age of 99. Mark Barger has a look back at the life and career of an American icon.
The one, the only Betty White!
Even in her 90s, Betty White was still a man-chasing flirt.
Here's my proposition. I love a good game, too. On our show...
Haven't been propositioned since what time is it?
Her sense of humor may well have made White America's coolest senior citizen.
I'm Betty frickin' White, and this is Jay-Z.
At the age of 88, she became Saturday Night Live's oldest host ever.
Oh, no! See?
And that was just months after starring in a Super Bowl candy bar commercial.
You're playing like Betty White out there. That's not what your girlfriend said.
Those are only two highlights from a career that stretched back to 1939, when television was still an experiment.
1, 2...
In the early 50s, White starred as a newlywed in one of the earliest sitcoms, Life with Elizabeth. She became a real-life bride in the 60s, married to Alan Ludden, the host of Password, and the man she called the love of her life. The role that changed everything for White came with the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
We'll be right back after this commercial message.
All clear.
All right, who the hell is responsible?
She won 2 Emmys as hot-to-trot TV host Sue Ann Nivens. The character spoofed what had been until then White's very wholesome image.
You ever know anyone on a chain gang? No, dear. But I have known my share of sailors.
That lascivious element became part of White's own persona, even as she played the endearingly naive Rose Nyland on The Golden Girls.
There is nothing more frustrating than waiting for one of these suckers to rise, and it just won't. There's a difference between dirty and risque or double entendre. It's what you don't say that's funny.
White was a tireless advocate for animal rights and animal care, even celebrating her 90th birthday at the Los Angeles Zoo.
It's my other home. I love it with all my heart.
It was Betty White's own cougar-esque charms.
What were you two men talking about?
Combined with an always sunny disposition that made her one of America's most beloved stars. Mark Barger, NBC News.
It always seems like the best players show up and ball out for primetime games. Aaron Rodgers, he just always seems to do that. But Kirk Cousins won't be for the Vikings this Sunday. He has been ruled out. We'll tell you why next on Newswatch 12 at 10.
Fireworks Country has everything you need to create a New Year's tradition under a fireworks-filled sky. Celebrate New Year's Eve and welcome the new year with a bang. Fireworks Country, located at the Big Blue Barn 1 mile west of Wittenberg on Highway 29.
Whether it's for work or play, you want a truck that'll get the job done right. We have them all. Half-ton trucks, Power Strokes, Cummins, Duramax, SUVs, over 800 to choose from. Know that all Lens trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, can be purchased online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. Go now to lenstruck.com.
Lens Truck.
To the dentist. To the dentist. To the dentist.
We're off to see the dentist, the most wonderful dentist of all. They are the whiz of all there is that has teeth involved. If ever a doc there was, these are them because of the painless care that causes a buzz. We're off to see the dentist, the most wonderful dentist of all.
Fireworks Country has everything you need to create a New Year's tradition under a fireworks-filled sky. Celebrate New Year's Eve and welcome the new year with a bang. Fireworks Country, located at the Big Blue Barn 1 mile west of Wittenberg on Highway 29.
The Minnesota Vikings are one of the few teams to actually beat the Packers this season. Green Bay lost in Minneapolis a month ago, 34-31. Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins, he had one heck of a game, throwing for 340 yards and 3 touchdowns. But they will be without his services on Sunday. Cousins was placed on the reserve COVID-19 list today. He is not vaccinated. Should make for a very interesting Sunday night football game because Sean Mannion will get the start for the Vikings this Sunday. Minnesota activated their backup QB today after he spent last week on the COVID-19 list. Packers head coach Matt LaFleur knows Mannion pretty well. The two spent a lot of time together with the Rams back in 2017 when he was the offensive coordinator, and he had nothing but respect for Mannion.
He's got a big-time arm. He is going to do exactly what the coaches tell him. He is so reliable in that regard. And, you know, I've got a lot of respect for him, not only as a person, but as a player.
This will only be Mannion's 3rd career start in his 6-year career. Remember, Newswatch 12's Nate Myhawk will be live right at Lambeau Field after the game, so make sure to tune in on Sunday night. Life full of moments. For some, watching the ball drop every New Year's, that's something they won't forget. But for others, how about reeling in a monster from the lakes? And that is going to bring us into this week's edition of Chris Berennick's Big Old Fish.
Newswatch 12's Big Old Fish is brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
What did the shark say after eating the clownfish? That tasted a little funny. Before I start this week's Big Old Fish, I just want to wish everyone a Happy New Year and wish everyone a year of happiness and good health. Well, anyway, let's move on with this week's Big Old Fish. We start off with 8-year-old Eddie Pierce from White Lake. Now, Eddie caught these 2 big crappies while he was jigging with his dad on Christmas Eve on Sawyer Lake. Well, that's not 1 big old fish, but 2 big old fish. Way to go, Eddie. Keep on reeling them in. Next up on this week's Big Old Fish, we have 9-year-old Kayston Sams from Argonne. Now, this is Kayston's first fish of the year, caught in an area lake with his papa Terry. Now, he pulled this beautiful 25-inch walleye through the hole, and it fell on the ice. Well, I'm glad you got the lucky bounce, Kayston. That is 1 big old fish. Keep on reeling them in. Finally, on this week's Big Old Fish, we have Julie Buret from Rhinelander. Now, Julie was fishing in Winter Haven, Florida, when she caught this absolutely gorgeous largemouth on a large shiner with a float. Said that it weighed in at over 5 pounds. Well, I don't care where you catch a largemouth, over 5 pounds, that's still a big old fish. Way to go, Julie. Keep on reeling them in. All right, fishermen and women, make sure to keep those trophy pictures coming. All the information you need to be in a future episode of Big Old Fish and win a Norling taxidermy fish mount is on our website, WJFW.com. And remember, anglers, fish on.
At WJFW, our Newswatch 12 news team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most of all to the North Woods. Our team is committed to the community and ensuring that you are as informed as possible. NBC Newswatch 12, news from where you live.
I have something for you.
Hi. I have something for you, too.
Get $2,000 purchase cash on 2021 Sierra Light Duty Crew Cab models. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional $250 purchase allowance. We are professional grade GMC.
Bolger Cremation and Funeral Services of Woodruff, serving families from all walks of life. Cremation, funerals, pre-planning, monuments, veteran services.
Here's your Newswatch 12 Snowmobile Trail Report, brought to you by your local Northern Wisconsin and Upper Peninsula Ski-Doo dealers.
All right, it's getting getting cold out there, Griffin. Some teens still, but those are temporary. There's single digits to the west of us, moving in our direction. They'll be here shortly. We'll have lows tonight down near 3 below or so. And look at the really cold stuff, off to the west. We do this in late December and January, of course, but still, 28 below in Grand Forks. You're going to feel that.
That's chilly.
That's not going to be that cold for us, though. We actually have temperatures near 8 or 9 tomorrow. Same on Sunday, followed by a warming trend Monday into Tuesday.
Still very chilly, though.
Yes, it's a little cold.
Well, Jeff, it's almost that time. Happy New Year to you.
Cheers. Yes, Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year to all of you guys watching. We will see you guys back here tomorrow on Saturday, right? Saturday?
Saturday. Right?
Yeah.
I lost track of times. This is that week where